It's Steve from the Neverending Projects list, and today in this video I am going to show you how I made this wasp lure. This lure was totally inspired by this Instagram post by Coral Handmade Lures. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but he makes some pretty cool stuff, so when you're done with this video, check out his Instagram page. This lure is just going to be for ultralight fishing for panfish like bluegill and stuff, but it'll probably be good for a whole bunch of species. Anyway, let's get into this.
The first thing you need to do to make a lure is to sketch out your design. I went on Google and found some photos of wasps to use for reference, and I'm going to work off of those. The first thing I do is to sketch out a known dimension. This is a 1.5 inch line. This will help me when I import it into Fusion 360 to keep everything to the scale I want. The lure is going to be a little bit bigger than this, but this is just for reference. Alright, we're going to speed things up a little bit here. For the sketch, I'm going to be doing this in 3 views. It's going to be side view, top view, and front view. And once I'm done with the sketch, I'm just going to take a picture of this with my phone and import that picture into a photo program and cut it up into 3 different pictures. And these will be imported into Fusion 360. Once I'm over in Fusion 360, I'm going to start by using that same 1.5 inch dimension for a reference, and this is going to allow me to import my pictures and scale them using just lining up the reference marks, and this will keep them all the same size. So the front I just import in and then just line up the top and bottom with the side view picture, and same thing with the top view. Back to the reference marks, just scaling them all the same. And once I get those to where I like them, I go back over into the sculpt environment and create my shape. Just gonna add a bunch of segments. I kind of wing this as I go. I don't know what a good number is, but this is what I used. At this point, this is sped up, but you'll get the gist of it. I just start rounding the corners. I forgot to turn on the mirror though, so got to make sure you're doing all the sides at once. Let's try that again. There we go. Gotta line up my picture a little bit. At this point, you just start pushing and pulling all the faces and points and things like that. I'm not going to teach you how to do that because there's much better videos out there, but I just start on the top, match it to the sketch I did, and once that's done, I'm going to go to the side view and do the same thing. I'm not going to show you the whole process because it's long and boring, but we're just going to jump ahead here.
This is the final version of the wasp body. I kind of screwed up and did a duplicate mirror when I was creating this thing in the sculpt environment. So basically I had 2 bodies I was working on and didn't realize it until it was way too late, but I ended up cleaning it up, not on camera. You can tell these 2 different sides because I wasn't working on the same model half the time, but I'm just going to cut this thing in half anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just going to make a rectangle around this somehow. And extrude cut it. And I'm gonna go back to SolidWorks because I can't figure this program out for the life of me. It takes too long. Alright, now that I'm in a more comfortable environment, SolidWorks, I'm gonna make the areas for the hook hangers. I'm using a smaller hook hanger this time, so I'm using number 0. They're actually synchronized from Online Lure Parts. Just going to copy and paste this one. tools. Rotate there. Extrude cut about 25 thousandths. And we're going to go in and make the alignment pinholes. Cut those out to a depth of 0.10. Back here, I'm going to make a little weight hole. I'm using a BB, so I'm just going to go 0.20. And this one's just going to get a, where is it? Revolve cut. From the right spot. Want it down low. Oops. That's about it. Quick and easy on this one. Just like the chamfer these edges. It makes it less cleanup when I'm printing. See, you know what? It's a little close to the bottom. Gotta leave some room for glue. Alright, that's done for the most part. I'm just going to mirror it. Select the right plane. Put the mirror part. Save this one. Go my assembly. Okay, we're just going to get them ready for creating the STL. Make sure he's on float. Grab my front plane. And I am going to mate this one to the front plane. That's good for now. Now we're going to just rotate them. Rotate them 90 degrees around the Z. Fix him. Insert the other half. Make sure he's on float. Flat side, flat side. Going the right way. Just getting a flat edge to line them up with. I keep doing something wrong. Let's try this one. There we go. That's it. I'm just going to save it as STL. Alright, now we just need to import this into our slicer. It's really tiny. For this one, I am going to be printing at 10% because I want this thing nice and light. It's an ultralight. 10 layer height. I'm using 4 solid top layers because if not, you'll get some pinholes and stuff, make it harder to seal. 2 bottom layers and 2 outlines just to keep things light. It's quick 20-minute print. Everything looks good. Just going to save this and over to the printer. Okay, this one's going to assemble just like the frog lure I did, but this one's going to be a hell of a lot easier because there's not much to it. Just 2 hook hangers and one little spot for a teeny weight. First thing we're going to do is clean out these little pockets for the hook hangers. Next, I'm taking my 1.8 millimeter drill bit and drilling out the alignment hole. There's not much backing to these because I printed this at 10% infill, so already got my pins cut. These are about 0.20, just a piece of filament, just like the frog. Actually, those are going to be too short. That's where the 10% comes in again. So let me find another piece of filament here. Do it this way. Don't have to worry about these hook hangers coming out, that's for sure. Basically, you just have to score it with a razor blade and then snap it. That's old dry filament. Get my little hook hangers. These are actually number 0 brass synchronized, but they're actually stainless steel. These are from lurepartsonline.com. This whole 100 pack was like $2, so it was dirt cheap. Test fit these first. This is just a BB, standard 1.77 inch BB. Those are pretty good. I don't even have to do the lure trick. They're nice and loose in this one. Again, just gonna start with some super glue to glue the hangers in place. These things are so tiny. Put the BB in there and go to town with super glue on this side. Crazy. I'm sure I'm gonna glue myself to this one. Get these pins to line up. Oh, I lost my BB. Need some dexterity with these little lures. That's it. Make sure the back lines up because there's no pin back there. But let's wipe all this excess off. Unless I'll have to sand. And just hit it with the accelerator. Wipe that off more. myself the lures all the time. That's it. This one's not even going to need that much sanding. Okay, after hitting that seam with 80 grit, I just go over the whole thing with a 220. Just smooths everything out. Blow it off. I usually like to just flash it with a lighter just to knock all the dust and stuff off. But that's it. It's ready to paint. This one's pretty simple. Let's go over to the spray booth and give it a quick coat.
I almost forgot again. I gotta test this first.
I'm going to test this with both 10 and number 12 hooks just to see how it does. Feels pretty good. Big thing you got to worry about is if he flips back over. And he does. He's very buoyant. Give it a test with number 10. It's a little bit bigger. Yeah, not a problem. He floats good. Perfect. So the airbrushing on this one's going to be super simple. Just a opaque white base coat and a pearl yellow. That simple. Got a few screenshots here I found on Google that I'm going to be using for reference to paint this. All the black's going to be done by hand with a brush. Just going to be using opaque black by hand now with a brush. Okay, that's about the best these shaky ass hands can do. I don't think I breathed that whole time. Almost forgot the dots. Alright, I'm gonna call that done. Check my references one more time. Okay, before I get too carried away like I normally do. Okay, now that we're done with the painting, we're going to clear coat this with some UV resin. And we are just going to be brushing it on. Try to keep it away from the eyes, or the tie-ons I should say. Okay, once I'm satisfied, got it on there well enough. It's going to go in the UV chamber. Gonna let that spin up for 30 minutes and I'll be back. Alright, next thing I'm gonna do is make some legs. I'm gonna be using this perfect rubber stuff. Just comes in these little strips. First thing I'm gonna do is just tie a little knot in this. Basically that's going to form a little joint. And I'm just going to cut this so they're on equal sides. I got a little leg. All right, I'm going to make 6 more of those. 5 more, I mean, for 6 total. Here we go, 6 little legs. Ready to be attached. Okay, now I'm going to try to attach these legs to the body. I have a drop of UV resin. This is just on like a piece of wax paper so it doesn't soak in. I'm going to dip the little leg in there, get enough resin on it so it probably goes up about a 1/4 inch or so, just so it bonds. And I'm going to just hold it to the body and stick it in the UV chamber while it sets itself. Hopefully it sets in a couple of seconds so I don't have to sit there and hold it, but I got to kind of do this part off camera so it's not in front of the UV light or my puddle will dry up. Okay, let's see if this works. All right, got a big old drop on there. Got to put it on the body where it should go. Hold it in here for a second. I think you can really see that, but I'm just holding that in front of the light. Looks like it should work. Let's do the other ones. It actually bonds pretty quick. I don't know if they're going to actually stay on there, but we'll find out when we go fishing. I'm going to give that thing another spin for 30 minutes just to make sure those are firmly attached, and we'll go on from there. So the last step in this process is going to be to make some wings. I'm just going to be using the tip of some of these feathers. I have no idea what kind of feathers these are. I just had these laying around from my fly tying kit. But I chose 2 that are relatively close to the same. So I'm just going to measure these, how long I think they should be, and trim them off. Get them close. Now I'm just going to attach these using the same process I did with the leg. Just dip it in the UV resin and hold it inside the chamber. When I stick these on, I'm going to kind of stick them out at an angle just so they stick out sideways and look pretty good from down below to the fish. Okay, got a big dollop on there. Hold it in front of the light for a bit. Try to get the other side to match up. Oh. It doesn't have to be perfect. There you have it. I'm going to spin this up again just to make sure everything's dry, and it's almost ready to fish. Well, here's the finished lure. The only thing I would add if I was trying to catch fishermen over fish would be antenna, but I'm not going to worry about that on this one. The only thing it needs is a hook, and it's ready to go. So let's do that, and let's go fishing.
Yeah, let's do the kayak.
Okay, got the kayak loaded up, got the wasps ready. Let's go see if these bluegill are hungry. That's where we're going. A little pond fishing. Let's go. Here we go. Got hit. There he is. Got one. Oh, he's stuck in the weed. Don't take my lure with you, buddy. Not a bad little guy for a first fish. I don't know if you can see that. It works. See you later, dude. He's missing some legs already, but pretty sure that was going to happen. Oh, no. Damn it. Got one. There he is. Oh shit, that's a good fish. I think he's in the weeds. Oh, he's out. He's back in the weeds. Weedy monsters. A little one. Yeah, it's working though. See the hook, dude. Alright, dude. Get out of here. Oh shit, that's a turtle. I'm not with a turtle. Oh man, I pulled it right out of its mouth. Loop the shit out of my reel. Damn it. Be a real peaceful place if it wasn't for the highway behind me. On the retrieve. Oh, it's a pickerel. Yeah, you can knock yourself off if you want. Of course, pickerel hit anything yellow. Alright. Stop before you f*** my lure up. There you go, that was easier. That's one way to do it. Still in one piece. Minus the legs. Get a bass now. We need a bass. Oh, something tiny. Jesus, that thing's smaller than my lure. Well, it's a bass. Does that count? Little dude, what are you even thinking, man? How are you going to stomach that? You kind of snagged yourself. Yeah, go grow up. Come back later.